Alright, I paused. There we go. Well, I swear like, all the rees have been used up for this map for sure anyway. So, game number 3 is finally a go, as far as I'm concerned. Unless there's any, of course, any bugs, of course. But as far as I'm aware, it's all go, go, go. Thunderbirds are go. This game is a go. I feel like I'm one of those mission ground controls. And there we go. I've now given the green light. It should be all good to go. Ugh, the word go is now killing me. As we enter now into the potentially last game, of course, those people who are watching on YouTube, it's game number 3 and it's the best of 5 series in the Clan Masters Invitational. And, well, it's between Unforseen Consequences and 13th Legion. 13th Legion are down by 2 games so far. This could be the last game for them so far in this matchup, as been struggling, I think, these past 2 games. They haven't really, I think, shown what they can do, but this could be the game to turn it all around. And, well, let's introduce those players in the meanwhile. And, well, on the flank position for sure, I've just checked this whilst I've been talking, and it's Mentos here in the teal, this time playing Japanese flank for sure. I got it right, so it's actually not too bad. He's playing Japanese flank and back him up in the pocket. I swear to God, the 3rd time I've been mentioning his name. It's Nikov playing as the Huns. And in the other pocket position, we're going to have in the grey here, Miguel Zin. Oh, I'm just going to call him Miguel, of course. And he's playing as Saracen's pocket. And on the flank supporting... Sorry, he is going to support later on. It's actually GTL Chris, and he's playing as Vikings flank. And he'll be up against, in the purple position, here's Emin here, playing on the flank as Huns. Huns against Vikings, and a nice matchup to look forward to. We'll talk about that in a second. We now move on to who's supporting him. It's going to be Vodka L playing as Saracens. And in the other pocket position, we've got Vikings being played by Bars here. And then up against Mensalis on the flank, who will be supported by Bars. It's going to be Iridium here, or just Talkers, however you want to call it. It's fine. It's fine. It's talking. It's playing Japanese. So we've got Japanese on Japanese, and now we've got Vikings against Huns. Whew. There we go. That was a real mouthful, that's for sure. But this is now going to get extremely interesting. We've got to pause meanwhile, but this is actually going to open for me a lot of talk about this left-hand side. And this is because we've got Huns against Vikings. Now, Vikings is definitely by far the best water civ. However, there is definitely a part of this game, I would say, in the first, let's say 15 minutes in the game, let's say 10 to 15 minutes in this game, where the Huns are actually stronger than Vikings. It sounds crazy, but there is. There's a small, tiny window where they become stronger. And that's because you can be a lot more aggressive with the Huns, which is kind of weird, but you can. Because you don't have to build any houses, it saves your economy a little bit by that 30 wood. Which, of course, you have to spend a bit more on the galleys, but the offset's actually a little bit greater at that point, before, of course, it then takes over. The Viking eco just gets ridiculous, that free wheelbarrow. But there is definitely, I feel, a conceived point where if Emin can play nice and aggressive, it can put back the Viking a little bit. But it's very tough. This isn't a 1v1 scenario, it's a team game, so the Viking can get back on the water very easily and provide a lot of assistance in a later game. Other thing to mention though as well is that because of this, Bars here is playing as Viking's Pocket, and Viking's Pocket is ridiculously strong. So I expect that Bars will be making the big plays for the 13th Legion this game. I don't think he did terribly wrong last game either at all, actually. In fact, I think he was actually beating Chris in the water to some degree. He was forcing the issue well over at Nikov's base. So, big hopes there. Big hopes right now from Bars. I think he can do the damage for sure. So, where do we even begin right now? Japanese on Japanese. I mean, that's going to be nice to see. He's going to come out on top of that, of course. Japanese lumber camp and the mills costing only 50 wood, as well as the mining camps only costing 50 wood, instead of that classic 100 wood cost. Nice little saving in the early age, and really actually pays out later on, of course. You can get that nice wood income extremely efficient, which actually helps your wood income a lot, actually, later on in the later game. Like later on in Feudal, especially in the early Castle Age 2. Because you want to try and keep up that dock production, but at the same time maintain a good wood efficiency. So if you can do that, it actually does help out a lot. More than the people actually think, I feel. See, now puts that first dock down, of course. Has got a couple of deep fish here down south of the dock, which is actually okay, but it's probably a little bit better to go further towards the south of actually of his base for Iridium here to get better fish, but not too bad as things go, really, as he brings back that the first ball, meanwhile, actually. Gonna get a little bit housed, though, it seems, dropping down 2 villas on that house to make sure it doesn't get too badly housed. Any shorefish there to take from? Nah, it's okay. Not too far from the TC either, so could have taken that shorefish if you really felt like it, but it doesn't really matter. It's not the end of the world, does he? Now, more villas do come out too. Anything else noting from the dock so far? The dock from Emma, meanwhile, well, could have been a little bit better to the left of the left-hand side. That's for sure. Would have been a little bit better for the access to the bigger fish, but not too bad. It's okay. Nothing to really cry about all game. More about Vodka over here. His dock is looking just about okay. Trying to find where the fish is, actually. Fish being down at the south, of course. We'll find it, and there we go. Bob's your uncle. And he is. Bob is your uncle, people. Okay? But not too bad as docks go. I'm in the second one here and the third one, and just maybe do a small fish boom if it feels like it. And what about for Bars? Bars has gone very interestingly placed. Because of a pause once more, there's like a couple of issues with this freezing, though. I was mentioning a bit earlier on, but why did he decide to go over here? This is actually, of all places actually for the Viking player to have docked, this is one or two of them. Here is a bad place. He's got 1 deep fish, but that's it. Okay, one over there as well. Okay, not terrible, but it's pretty bad. I mean, considering. Okay, that's probably the worst place, but this is the second worst place I feel to put a dock down, but oh well. Oh well, I don't really understand. Maybe I'll ask him why he wants to dock over here. The only reason is what is probably I'm thinking is that he wants to try and support Iridium a bit earlier on as he drops probably down the second dock very close here. It's actually not a bad dock, the second one actually, or the third being here. But interesting to note, this could be a tactful play from Biles. He may want to try and actually go for a grush himself from pocket to try and help put pressure on Mentalist and Nikov. We'll see about that. We'll see how it goes. It's like Chris and Mentalist are getting that loom upgrade done already. But they'll probably click up very shortly though.
Yes.
There we go. So let's crack down. So I had a little bit of a drink there and a little bit to think. I think what am I thinking of right now? Well, what I am thinking of right now is the dock placement for Nikov here, actually quite far out in the front here. Gonna get some shorefish, but again, actually very close to Iridium and Mentis. Actually, looks like maybe I'm gonna point it out, but it could be potentially a bit of a grush field coming out. Yeah, definitely for sure from Nikov. He's gone up and going straight to the wood. He's gonna go for the grush. What about Biles? Well, he's dropped that second dock, so he wants to get a couple more fish out before going up. But he'll be clicking up shortly. Emin now clicking up, but miles behind Chris here. But the good thing here for Emin right now is that he's going 5 fishing ships, which is actually a little bit more greedy from the flank position. Normally it's a standard 4 play, but funny. 5. But he's going 5. I shouldn't laugh, but it's just my stupid mistakes. But the good thing is he's at the back of the map, so by the time that Chris could work his way around with his docks, be quite long, and by then Emin should be up already, and then by then he should have a couple of guys out ready to fend it off. Of course, that defense advantage is still pretty big. It's right now Iridium about to hit fuel age very soon as well. Mentis already up though. He's getting his third dock down just about now, and well, there's a couple of first guys are already starting to pump out, and that third one very shortly too. There we go, already coming out. Yeah, just now for Iridium, he's only just got 2 docks down actually. Not even the third one being built on the way up. It's a bit of an issue here. I feel it could be under a lot of pressure very soon. He's now only just dropping the third one. So he's going to be behind production already, and he hasn't even got the third one down either. Okay, okay. Let me have a look. Let's have a look at Bowser's resources. Well, he's already going up to food ledge at 6%, but look at the food and the gold count right now. 700 food, 127 gold, and he's definitely going for that FC build, that's for sure. But I'm very worried at this point, though, for Iridium. He's going to get under a lot of pressure from Nikop and Mentalist here, and he's not even up ahead or anything like that. He's behind massively. He's going to get the fourth dock down now, but I have one of those funny feelings Mentalist has already put his down as well. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. There's only just 3 so far here from Mentalist, actually. It's like Nikop, though, actually sending those guys down towards the south, trying probably thinking that actually all the fish eco from Bowls or whoever's pockets is actually here, but not for Bowls, but definitely for Vodka. All these fishing ships down there, and these guys are making their way over there very shortly. Vodka should be up in time, though, to try and fend a little bit of this off, but not exactly the prime target that probably Nikov was looking for, but definitely a couple of bit of meat on the bone to try and chew off, that's for sure, as he along by the side, and looks like he will actually get away with this actually for... No, I was wrong. Wait, you want Mentalist's resources? Let's have a look at Mentalist then, shall we? Well, he's looking pretty swazzle-dazzle. Looking pretty good there so far. He's definitely pumping out all those resources nice and easy, and actually Iridium is holding the line a little bit here. Just fine actually, caught 5 fishing ships of his own, and interesting there. Interesting how both 13th Legion flank players have gone for 5 fishing ships on the flank. A little bit more greedier. Whilst at the same time though, Vodka's fish is getting harassed pretty badly right now. And look at those resources, 694 food. Actually, probably can click up very shortly, but all this harassment will actually delay him. He is on the berries, but doesn't matter. It's definitely not enough on there to keep him anywhere close to it. Might actually have to sell some stone and buy his way up. I'm not even kidding, that actually might be the case. If he wants to try and contest the castle age, that's what he has to do, for sure. You may just try and mine it and then buy it, but I really think you have to buy it. Okay, he just sold some food and bought it with it. Sorry, some wood, and then bought the food. But he's lost a lot of fish already so far, which will affect those upgrades, including the war galley and that bodkin arrow too. Iridium playing safe here with those galleys, keeping them nice and far back. Same with Mensis, but the action meanwhile is, well, definitely more towards Vodka's base. These guys are just hunting them down. I should really try out for the Wiggles. What's the Wiggles? What are the Wiggles? I don't even know where to start with that name, Influenza. Like, I don't know. I'm going to take that as a compliment, the Wiggles, right? Yeah. Okay. Vodka, meanwhile, though, has got a few guys of its own, though, but just lost one quite cheaply, actually. And actually, a second one, too. It's actually getting outplayed here by Nico. Oh, must be a real pain for Vodka. He's like, it's just not my guy. Like, what's going on? I need some help. We'll hopefully try and beat this back, of course. He's a little bit weak, some of the guys. Yep, one goes down, and second one probably shortly too, actually. Sends a runner as well to try and direct him to fire. Could actually lose that guy. It's a little bit trapped on its own, but sends it back towards his little friends, and will keep that alive. But, oof, no, it's actually a good start there for Vodka.
Yes.
Guys continue to fire right now once more between Iridium and Mentis. Not actually going to get a lot done. There's just a little bit of posturing going on right now. Just trying between two players. What's going on the left-hand side though? Looks like Miguel sent some guys over his own on the way up. It's going to get the war galley and the bodkin to try and assist. Now, because of all this as well, once they go and try and hit Emin here, Emin's going to be 2v1 against war guys with bodkin, and against the guys of Chris is going to be up as well. He's up as well as Chris though, so the pressure will definitely not be relieved at all by any means. What am I looking for right now? I'm looking for here right now. Xing out to Bal saying, hey dude, look, a little bit of help here if you can. It looks like Bal's got his own issues right now. He's going to send some guys over there though to try and help out though. But poor old Vodka, he's looking pretty down. Right now, down to only 4 fishing ships actually. Less than the flanks. That's how bad of a start. It's had 8 military right now to actually 14 from Miguel. So kind of tells you the small difference there between the two sides. Is right now they're going to push it a little bit forward here. War guys trying to pressure. Starts chipping away at that dock, but not going to get a lot achieved there. War galley bod coming out. Ballistics being done by Bals right now. But I'm looking to really see Bals get stuck in. I'm not too sure where he is. I just saw those guys up there, but looks like this could be a little bit of a potential pincer maneuver, trying to raid the woodline at the same time. By pincer, I mean you can try and sweep down to this bottom hand side here. But the guys coming up north here as well, and try and force this back a little bit. I mean, if they wanted to engage, like here, let's say, the guys would come down and just push them in and basically just circle them round, but that's not going to happen anyway. Looks like Mentis is all too aware of the situation, is actually going to retreat back, wait for the car station to come in and all those upgrades right now is... Well, Iridium actually pressing forward here. He's actually up to car station actually a good 30 seconds earlier, and... Ooh, bit of engagement. Who's going to win so far? Actually looking pretty even Stevens across the board, but now here comes Bals with War Galley and the Bodkin too, and trying to micro as best he can right now. Left hand side though, looks like a bit of engagement is about to begin, but definitely not a good one, that's for sure. They're definitely outnumbered so far. Got to cling to the dock and wait for Vodka to come, who's now arrived here with Bodkin and the War Galley. So too for Emin. We'll see who's going to come on top of this next engagement here. This dock might provide a little bit of a tank, bit of a meat shield right now, but here comes that engagement. Vodka not really engaging right now. Position not looking too great for them actually. And actually the good thing is for Chris and Miguel is actually focusing completely on this army, trying to set a runner or two here and there, but looks like Vodka's getting all out of shape here. He's lost his entire army. A couple of runners sent there from Emin will help alleviate the situation, but the numbers are too great. It all runs into them before running back, and then oh, they're getting gutted. Oh, that was a hemorrhaging loss. And if your pocket's 200 points scored down to Emin, I know the score doesn't say everything, but it's saying a lot, I feel like, right now. That was not good. Up top, though, looks like the pressure's still continuing once more. Aurelian's got some guys roaming around. 2 villas did get picked off so far. Trying to chase down the galleys from Mentis, actually. Mentis is up, but just only now getting the War Galley. At the same time, though, Mentis is losing his front 3 docks, it seems. Bal's now kicking up into gear here. It's now finally starting to get going, but maybe a little bit too late, I feel. Vodka's just far behind. Now, Emin's lost completely all ground, or water control, sorry. Ryan's Island is looking pretty dangerous for him, I feel. Only now getting the horse collar is his best bet's probably trying to get some TCs up like he is right now. The good part of it, the main body of his island's actually not too close to the water. So the good thing is he can get some eco going nice and safely, which he will do. But even, I think that TC is actually quite close to the War Galley line, so I think that's a bit of a risky TC placement. I'm not too sure that's probably the wise idea. I would have liked them to do it here instead. Definitely a lot safer option, or even here. Right now though, up in the top here, looks like Bowers is engaging once more. With Iridium here actually, looking to do some good aggressive play actually. Nikov saying, look, let's go back. Not doing so great themselves. 12 military for Nikov and Mentis on 22. Iridium on 27 and Bowers on 41 actually. He's actually keeping up with Chris relatively well. Both Viking players. Chris doing also extremely well here on this front. And now Miguel, it's actually first to click up to Imperial Age here. Okay. Off you go, Miguel. It's Eco 59 bills, 20 fish though, so that's pretty nice, pretty good for him. I mean, it doesn't really matter about the farming eco at this point. Now the 20 fish doing a good job for himself, and once it's up to Imperial, that food income will be good enough for him to get all the necessary upgrades initially, and then he can then get, of course, the later upgrades like shipwright and so on, once he can afford it, of course. If you're not watching earlier on, because Vodka got harassed by Nikov quite badly, lost most fishing ships as well, and got put way behind. And of course, because of that, it just snowballed a little bit out of control right now. Baal's trying to be in two places at once, it seems. He's taking a couple of docks out from Nikov, but spending all that time taking out one dock, not a big deal for Nikov, I feel. Probably might just redock towards south of the map, of course. But they actually have got good water control on the right-hand side, it seems. So, contrasting sides right now. The left-hand side not going so well right now for Iridium's team, but on the other side, Iridium and Baal's doing extremely well, actually. Got some good amount of pressure on. And now the guys here coming from Baal's looking to try and come a little bit up north. Could be trying to go towards Nikov's base, actually. Maybe trying to pick up a couple of vills here and there. Definitely in range, that's for sure. Here and here. Well, this is what's going on right now. It's probably the water maps that I don't know really where to continue on from this right now. Imperial upgrade is coming in right now from Baal. A little bit further behind right now from Miguel, but it's okay, not the end of the world. I'll get the galleon up, and actually with the military numbers as they are, 50 to 43, 49 though. I'm not even too sure how Baal's can take this on late game on his own right now. I don't think Vodka's anywhere near it at this point, and Emmon's definitely far behind as well. And as I said about that TC, hits from the water as well, and that'd be good as well, guys, just getting to work on it. One TC already going down, and this one is just out of range. Count your lucky stars. But the farms are hittable. More guys doing harassment. Miguel here on the edges of Vodka's map right now, forcing off the main goal, forcing him to go towards more inland, but even then, this TC here as well, definitely hittable. And this goal's actually okay for now as well. I even think it's okay in the later game as well. I think the 8 range definitely can't hit this part of the goal, that's for sure. But not looking too good, that's the case. Another engagement down south, Baal's coming in right now. Large amount of fleet, but also here comes a really to clean up shop, and there we go. Those 5 galleys. A lot of commitments really just for about 7 galleys, but hey, a win's a win, and there you go. We'll take that out for a little bit of freezing right now. It's not me, it's their end, so having a little bit of lag issues it seems. As that Imperial upgrade is now in for Baal. It's going to get the galleon, of course, but it's already been done by Miguel. Got the galleon, the bracer, going to get the chemistry now as well. Will take a little bit longer to get, but not too shortly either. Chris now getting the Imperial upgrades through, as well as Nikov. So it looks like actually unforeseen consequences will be, most of them be up to Imperial Age, just except for Mensis though. But, you know. Looking for those big engagements right now, but not really a lot of engagements right now. It's just dock killing. Dock destroying. You can't kill a dock, you just destroy a dock. There's a lot of dock destroying. Now the fish from Iridium gets taken care of, actually. They'll get all killed out. It's like, ha! No more fish for you, even if it's your fish. There you go. Looks like Miguel's spreading himself across the map everywhere, actually. He's down right by Baal's docks. He's actually also where Vodka's base. He's also up north where Iridium is as well. He's actually everywhere. Oof. Baal's sticking back at home, actually, with his fleet. This will lose his entire army before getting the full upgraded galleons, of course. Which needs that important chemistry, of course, but we'll get that shortly, probably lacking a little bit. Nikov saying this island is good. I think it's the back island he's talking about here. He's got plenty of stone, plenty of wood as well, but I don't think so. I'm not too sure. Maybe you were thinking about this island here, the gold and the wood here. Get a couple of castle here and be nice control really. Actually, having a castle there. We'll see. Another island here with plenty of gold too and wood. So again, I think this island's probably more important. It's got lot more gold on it and despite a little bit less wood, I think, but it's still very important. We'll see that later on, of course. Right now. As Imperial upgrades come in right now, as well as the actual Imperial Age, especially for Vodka right now. He's actually going to go up to Imperial Age, not too far from it, but he's got to find a way of getting his docks down, and that's the answer there, right there. Bar's coming out there with plenty of galleons right now, the chemistry coming in shortly. We'll force back this army Miguel, and while that's happening, now, here come the docks right now from Vodka. But actually, GG being caught by Bar's team, now realizing that all three of them are up, they're just like, well, we can't compete with this. I mean, Vodka's not even up just yet. Emin's nowhere near close in terms of finding a way to get in the water with Chris surrounding the island. They just can't. Bowles just can't be in all corners of the map, and Iridium will be facing his own problems soon, as you can see. Already harassing coming from Miguel. But GG, well played. You could say it's early resigned, but at the same time, though, probably maybe just cause for that. And look at the quick stats before we end it, of course, in 75-37 for Miguel. Once again, strong performance by Miguel. MVP, I think, for this entire series. We've been making all kinds of... The first game with the Arabia, those Knights. Second game, of course, those Light Cav. Oh, Craigasm. And then the third game, once more, just being a big playmaker and just being everywhere. So definitely a one to watch for, I think, especially for the next series we'll be seeing them in. Of course, you got like I mean, they all played well, but I felt highlight out Miguel here for this series. Played extremely good. Resources as well, 18,000 wood, 7,000 gold. Society, 99 vills. The most vills as well. Disgusting. Oh. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that Imperial time. 28:53. GG. Are they sling at all? Well, a little bit of sling to Nikov from Mentalist, but that's it. Miguel got up all on his own. And there we go. GG's, well played. Actually, all left. Honestly, GG's. Well played.